Ways to measure confidence. Welcome to the School of Self-Worth Live. I'm Sam Osborne, the Self-Worth Guy. Today we're talking about ways to measure your confidence. And if you remember one thing from this video, it's take a strength test. That's right, take a strengths test. And I'm going to talk about three things that I want you to do once you've taken a strength test is, well, first of all, you're going to discover your strengths. Then you're going to identify ways to apply them. And then thirdly, you're going to reflect on your competence and your happiness. Let's go into this. So you want to know how to measure your confidence. You want to know how good you are at something. You want to know how good you are going to be at something. You want to know how good you are at something that you've already done, and hopefully to try and improve yourself. So I'm going to be drawing here from Dr. Martin Seligman, who is a psychologist from the University of Pennsylvania, and specifically a strength test that he and his department up there in Pennsylvania have devised. You can go to AuthenticHappiness.com and you can take this test. There's one that's got 24 questions and one that's got, I think, 240 questions, multiple choice, to find out your strengths. And this test was developed to help people to find what they are competent at and to find ways to apply their competency into the world so they can be happy. And I would say to be confident. So the first thing you need to do is discover your strengths. This is the first step to measure your confidence. Discover your strengths. So go and take the test at AuthenticHappiness.com. It's a free test. It's the VIA strength test. Just go to the questions menu bar. It's free. You just log in, you get an account so you can keep track of your answers. It's really good to do it every year, let's say. So discover your strengths. That's the first thing. He's going to ask you all these questions. You just tick them. Take your time with it. Really, answer the questions honestly. The second thing, once you've done the test, because it's now going to rank your strengths. I think they've identified 24 main strengths or areas or skills, if you like. It's the top two really, or the number one strength that you really want to focus on. But you can focus on the top 5 if you like. But the second step to measure your confidence is now to identify ways or tasks in your life that you can apply your strengths, whether it's in your job, your business, your family life, your relationships, whether you are trying to get healthy, get in shape, get your finances on track. Maybe you've got a spiritual calling in life, whatever it is. Find actionable, tangible, concrete ways, tasks, things you can do every day to apply those strengths. Okay, that's the second step. The third step is I'd say there's a 2.5 step in there, and that's to actually go and do the tasks, right? That's a bit obvious. The third step is to reflect on your competence of doing that task and your happiness. So this is what the test is really all about, is once you've identified your strengths, you've applied them into your life, is now to reflect on how well you did them and how happy you were when you were doing them, and how happy you are about life now that you have identified your strengths. You've got tasks that you can apply them into your life and get some sense of competency about your strengths. And that is a really great way. It's quite a thorough way to find out how confident you are, and I guess to measure it, because there isn't actually any real way you can measure confidence. There are many personality tests out there, sports-based assessments, evaluations in the corporate world. There's some great ones out there. I actually haven't looked at many of them because I really love this particular one that I found at AuthenticHappiness.com. So go and check that out. That's going to really help you to measure your confidence and your competence and your happiness. So let's summarize. Ways to measure confidence. Remember, take the strength test, or take a strength test. The one at AuthenticHappiness.com by Dr. Martin Seligman and the University of Pennsylvania. And you can do this firstly in the process of, you take the test, you discover your strengths. Then you identify ways that you can apply them into your life. Then you go and do the tasks. And then once you've done them, you reflect on how competent you were at the tasks, how happy you were. And by that time, you're going to be able to measure your confidence. It's going to be either low, medium, or high. And you'll be able to reflect and go, okay, how can I become more competent at this task? How can I use my strengths even more to become more confident, or to find that sweet spot of confidence where it's going to start to radiate into other areas of your life? So if you've loved this video, I've got a free gift for you. It's called Crush Imposter Syndrome, and you can get it at the links above on Facebook and LinkedIn, and you can get them the comments section below in the comments section of YouTube. And I invite you to join the School of Self-Worth Facebook group. Come and say hi, post your questions. I would love to hear from you. I'm there every day. That's the best way to get in touch with me. And if you remember one thing from this video, it's take the strengths test, people, at AuthenticHappiness.com. And that is how you measure confidence. Have a wonderful day. I will see you tomorrow.